to be Jobber Slam Part 2, a mini after party right after the NXT viewing party. Okay, gotta talk about the homie Bianca Belair. She's the homie, but she's not the homie. Because I've never been a fan of Bianca Belair on the mic. I think she's okay, barely decent, and the segment she did this past week wasn't that bad, and she went the length of doing that segment. I don't fully believe her because she hasn't crossed that line of either being a straight up good guy or straight up heel. So I'm still trying to figure her out because right now she's going to get Shayna Baszler, so she's obviously the face in the situation, and Shayna is obviously the heel. But still, within this promo, when Shayna Baszler came out and she brought her grimy-looking 4 horsewomen and Shayna Baszler looking mad rough in the face, she overshadowed Bianca Belair when in that segment. But I also think it kind of elevated Bianca Belair a little bit when it came to promos being done. But I still love this part about Bianca Belair. Next match on the night, I'm back. Let's talk again. Dominic Djakovic, I could be pronouncing his name wrong, but he's the newest up-and-coming guy in NXT. They're trying to make him into a superstar. The dude's tall, the dude's jacked. Boring, and he's throwing people around. Boring, I really don't care. The match he had was against some typical jobber that was supposed to put him over, and it was basically him eating the dude alive, and that was it. Wasn't nothing to write home about. It wasn't horrible, it wasn't great. It was just, whatever. Next match of the night was Johnny Gargano. And you guys already know I'm a huge Johnny Gargano mark. Actually, this week, he's going to be in my city for an Evolve show, and I'm so pumped about seeing him live. Anyways, he ended up fighting Carrillo. Hembrero Carrillo. I can't roll my R's, so I'm probably saying this wrong, but the match was amazing. The dude he faced was very lucha libre type of dude, and you know Johnny Gargano has that lucha in him, and he's also such a small dude that he can move so well. So the match was the match of the night, actually. I really enjoyed it. And Johnny was put over, obviously. He won, and it was pretty good. Ciampa, little vignette. Obviously, he wasn't holding a heater. He was holding his title just like this. But when Ciampa speaks, I listen. And once again, he was responding to Aleister Black vignette that he did earlier that night. And Ciampa, of course, killed the shit.
We ain't getting no sleep.
No.
Go.
Limitless! Ladies and gentlemen, if you watched this episode last week, you know that Keith Lee cut a promo about how he was going to whoop Cassius Ohno's ass because he had to avenge his brother, Keith Lee. Now, the match did happen. Keith Lee versus Cassius Ohno. Not gonna lie, it was pretty good. But I also forgot how huge these guys are. It was like 2 massive St. Bernards going at each other. These men took up the entire ring, but they moved so well. The match was solid, the match was good, but I wasn't a fan of how the match ended. The match ended with the referee being knocked down and and couldn't see what was going on, and then Cassius Ohno punches Keith Lee in the nuts. You know, 1, 2, 3, ref counts it. Then Matt Riddle comes out, Cassius Ohno runs to the back, and that's how the match ended. I'm back! First match of the night was the Street Profits versus Jersey Shore, aka Grease. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't Grease. It was the Metro Brothers. It was Street Profits versus the Metro Brothers. But the Metro Brothers were a new tag team, and they were dressed like some Jersey Shore / Grease rejects. But, well, whatever. The match was pretty cool. It wasn't that bad. It was quick, easy, done right away. They were there to put over the Street Profits. Street Profits looked amazing in this match. It was good seeing them. We haven't seen them in a while. Then, Street Profits does a little victory lap around the arena, and the Forgotten Brothers came in and whooped their ass. Legit whooped their ass. The match was solid, But that ass whooping was amazing. Was freaking amazing. Ooh. Alright, that was Aleister Black. Ended up cutting a vignette after that Street Profits match and after the Street Profits ass whooping. The vignette that Aleister Black was pretty solid. Aleister Black has been getting better with promos, and I'm enjoying what he did for this vignette. It wasn't the greatest, it wasn't the worst. Still pretty solid. And it did give me that ooh type of feel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. You missed me, didn't you? This past episode of NXT was solid. Wasn't great, wasn't bad, but solid. I'm a little disappointed though because it was just solid. Because we're about a week and a half away from NXT TakeOver. Remember, NXT TakeOver viewing party at Legends Bar in New York City. So, what made it good was the Shayna Baszler and the Bianca Belair segment. Even though Shayna Baszler mostly carried it, she also elevated Bianca Belair when it came to the mic skills. The Keith Lee versus that Cassius Ohno match, I wasn't really a fan of because of the ending. And I told you guys this before, I'm not a fan of that type of ending. I wanted something more drastic and more dramatic. Now, Street Profits getting their ass whooped by the Forgotten Bros, I was loving it. Because they sold that ass whooping and Forgotten Bros sold that beating. Huge fan of it. Overall, NXT was about pushing the envelope a little bit when it came to the Ciampa and the Aleister Black match that's going to happen at TakeOver. It was good vignettes that were done, and I sold on the match. But I'm also sold on anything that Ciampa does. Johnny didn't really do anything. I think Johnny was there for FaceTime, and just to show people like, oh, Johnny's here. Overall, I give it one job a tier. Once again, that was my NXT weekly review. And I hope you guys can subscribe down below. And we'll also remember that we have an NXT TakeOver party at Legends next Saturday in New York City. Have a good night, guys, and enjoy.